Hey ladies, happy Wednesday. Just wanted to come on today and do a short little talk. I was going to type it out and then I was like, no, there's way too much to say. I don't want to get lost in trying to have minimal text. And just wanted to engage with you guys about this topic that is highly relatable for all of us as women. Estrogen and our hormones, and are we affected by our daily choices that we and how are we affected, and do we overlook some little things and make compromises, not seeing how all those little compromises add up. So I just want to discuss this with you guys, and I guess where I wanted to start was estrogen dominance. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this term. Basically, estrogen dominance is having too much estrogen in relation to progesterone. So, goodness, you can start having these estrogen dominance symptoms beginning as early as age 35. I think that is not quite true now. I think that study was probably years ago. Now we're getting so many estrogens in our foods from meat products, dairy. They're pumping up those animals with tons of estrogen, and then we're eating it and getting that estrogen. But I'm going to get into that in a minute. But let's talk about first, how about after pregnancy? Yes, I'm going to get into that. I'm actually really excited. So this is not my main topic that I am really knowledgeable with, but I've definitely been walking through my own symptoms because of all of my pregnancies. I've seen, especially after 4 kids, I've seen hormonal imbalance in crazy ways over the years after each baby. One of the things I do for myself is go to Hippocrates Health Institute after every baby. They do full blood panels. There's an amazing doctor there, Dr. Tina Discopola, and she is going to actually be with us. I'm not sure on the date yet. We're still trying to work out our schedules, but she is the specialist. She's from New York City, moved down to South Florida with her practice, is at Hippocrates. She's doing non-synthetic, amazing hormone replacement, and just is so knowledgeable. So she is going to be on with us, but I just wanted to lay the foundation today about how we are affected by our hormones. So I guess where I wanted to go next, or what are the symptoms of, okay, these are funny because I think we all have one, if not more of them. So decreased sex drive, irregular or abnormal menstrual periods, bloating, water retention. I struggle with that one like crazy. During my cycle, I can gain 5 to 10 pounds easily. And then, days later, it all goes away. Breast swelling and tenderness, fibrotic cysts, headaches, especially during your menstruation, mood swings, which are often irritability or depression, weight gain, fat gain, especially around the abdomen or the hips, like your abdomen area, hair loss, thyroid dysfunction. So that's a big one that I am going to go into on a separate day, is thyroid and adrenal dysfunction. I think many of us are struggling, especially nowadays with, again, the meat and dairy industry, and they're pumping our animals, even organic, are getting estrogens to grow bigger. Not all, but even some. So there's ways, like we kind of tapped into last week when I interviewed Lisa Versace, what to look for on your labels. Not everything at Whole Foods is perfect and healthy for us. So sluggish metabolism, I've got that one. Foggy thinking, memory loss, fatigue, trouble sleeping, insomnia, and PMS. So those are some symptoms of estrogen dominance. And let me see here. Where did I want to go? I guess what causes estrogen dominance. There are many different causes. It's kind of up for a debate, whether or not some of the things I'm going to talk about are causing it. But some of the natural things, I'm going to save the environmental and our daily choices for a minute, physically our excess body fat, too much stress, resulting in excess cortisol, insulin, that I've been dealing with recently, which is why I felt it was so important the last month to really talk about peace, meditation, finding your center, and not being overstressed. So you can eat perfectly, you can exercise every day, and you can still be having estrogen dominance, resulting in stress from our cortisol, resulting in estrogen dominance, making us have those symptoms, being bloated. Like literally, I feel like the last 6 months, and this I'm just going to get real and personal, but the last 6 months, I feel like I just was bloating up like crazy, and I was doing everything right. I was drinking wheatgrass, my green juice, having 2 meals, small meals, exercising, but just the stress levels are crazy. And so that's where I found it really important to be managing myself and making sure I'm taking time for myself, making sure that I'm doing yoga, that I am breathing, and really in stressful moments, trying to bring balance to that and not allowing myself to get so crazy and totally lose it. So the next thing that I'll get into is xenoestrogen. So this is a big topic. I learned about this 15 years ago. You've probably heard a little bit of this, but don't realize how many things in our environment, our food, things that we use every day in our homes are affecting us, like a xenoestrogen. So basically, a xenoestrogen is a subcategory of an endocrine disruptor. So it's anything that can come into our endocrine systems, which is our hormonal systems, and cause imbalance. It acts as an estrogen. It is not necessarily an estrogen, but our body perceives it to be. So it will throw our estrogen completely out of whack. So I'm going to get into some sources. I'm just going to read them off here because I want to be super, hold on a second, I'm going to be super specific with you guys. Let me take this off. Yay. So I'm hiding that. All right. So what are xenoestrogens? Our skincare. So some people use organic skincares and they still have these ingredients in there. So there's 4-methylbenzoline camphor. It's looked at 4-MBC. I wish I could type that up there, but I don't want to do that. I will also post a link for this later on after I repost this broadcast to give these notes. But basically sunscreen lotions, which everyone is using a ton of right now. It's important to make sure that it does not have 4-MBC in it. Parabens, methylparaben, ethylparaben, propylparaben, and butylparaben. These are a preservative. Benzophenone, that is a sunscreen, and sunscreen lotions as well. Everyone's being more careful these days with our products and plastics, industrial products and plastics, but there are a ton of BPAs, PCBs, PBDEs. I don't want to get into all of that, but flame retardants that are used. And what is scary to me is that all children's pajamas, unless they are completely organic, have flame retardants on there. So our skin is the largest organ in our body. And anything that we use on it daily our clothes, what we wash our clothes in, what we wash our sheets in, the creams that we, like I was saying, the parabens that are in our face creams, and then our makeups. Our makeups are filled with it. So there are specific brands. I don't want to recommend a ton now, but you do need to look for those parabens not being in there. Let's see. For that, we want to avoid creams and cosmetics that have toxic chemicals and estrogenic ingredients, such as, like I said, parabens, but also stearoconum chloride. So I'm going to post that so you guys can, these are like long names and we almost kind of chalk them up because we don't even understand what they are anyways. And so they are important to look for in your products. I do use certain brands from Whole Foods. There's one, I think it's not Bare Minerals. That one is in the mall, not that one. It's like Mineral something. But I do make sure that I use natural nail polishes. Once in a while, I go get a pedicure, and it's not the best thing. But I do make sure that they don't put any products inside of my pedicure tub, and I do bring my own oils and nail polish removers. So we want to be careful also for, goodness, what else? Our toothpaste, our soaps, anything that we're putting in our mouth or on our skin. People are, say, well, that's so expensive. Okay. To go that route, I am very basic when it comes to this. Even with the laundry detergent, I use baking soda, essential oils, and then a little bit of this, gosh, what is it called? I wish I had the bottle here. I buy it in bulk off of Amazon, and I will also post that too so you can do your laundry. I've completely stopped using laundry detergent. It is a third of the price, and I am loving that. Trying to think of what else. What else? I use baking soda on my teeth. Hydrogen peroxide, really basic with that. Oh, I see Stephanie. Are these found in foundations? I'm going to post that. Yes, they are. So you just need to be careful with any of the products that you're buying. You're checking the labels. You're making sure that it doesn't have those ingredients that I had posted. I'm going to open this up. Also, one more thing actually. So one of the things that can aid our endocrine system is having the proper minerals. So yes, you may eat organic. Yes, you may really watch what you're putting in your body and on your skin. But and I just did a blood test. Our pediatrician, Dr. Ridland, does a detailed blood test. And I was very surprised. My kids are vegan. I supplement them. They have power smoothies every day. I mean, they are, they're getting everything that they're like supposed to. And they were really lacking minerals. And I think that's because our soil's depleted. It's been depleted since the 40s. We don't give the soil a year rest. We're constantly, replanting and not, again, giving that rest. And so now we can eat organic produce and still not get the proper minerals. So I do believe everyone needs a good mineral. So I'm going to hold this up. So this is a multiple mineral. You can get this on Amazon. And for women, this one is Thywell. So can you see it well? Yay. So Thywell. This is another supplement that I take every day. My kids have it. The iodine really supports the thyroid system, which is a huge thing that's getting really sacrificed by our daily choices. And then I'm sitting on my phone all day, and all of that radiation from my phone is hitting my thyroid constantly. So it's like there's like a double whammy going on right now, triple. It's like the perfect storm. So I'm going to open it up. Does anyone else have any questions? Yay, Anna said she needs some notes on this. Yes, so I am going to post notes after a pre-post with some more details. I don't know if anyone else has any questions for me. This is a an interesting topic, and definitely something that's really important to start focusing on. If you're not, don't go home, don't go throwing everything out. Slowly weed out the products that you have. I do recommend, if you are having hormonal imbalances, to find a specialist that will do a blood draw and look at your blood a little more detailed. I had some major thyroid issues, and I was really shocked that I've been eating vegan. My home's been clean of these xenoestrogens for years. And so I was just shocked this last year when I went back to Hippocrates and they tested my thyroid, and it was completely, just not functioning properly. So Dr. Tina put me on something called Nature's Thyroid, which has helped to boost it a little bit. And so our bodies just need some support. So check out those 2 minerals. Start checking your labels and making sure that the products that you bring into your home, that you're using on your face, your soaps, your shampoos, that they are paraben free. It's a slow process to weed out things, but there are affordable ways. Message me if you have more questions. I'm always here for you guys. Loving to share part of my life, my journey with you guys on yours. So thanks for joining. Love you guys. Bye.